All right, man, I got a pretty profound story that happened to me yesterday. It's absolutely true. And this is the evidence right here. All right, so I went on over a random friend's house. They were like, hey, I know you like copper, right? So they started busting out all these copper pipes and shit. I was like, oh, man, these would make for some really good like copper straws or something. I just got to sand them out. Drill sand them, with my drill bit or whatever. A sander extension. So I want to make them more conductive. I put them in the water or whatever. But something strange happened. I was looking at some of these bigger ones. I was like, oh, this would be really big. And I looked into it, and it had something inside of it. And it was like occulting it. And I was like, oh, that's kind of like a black sun, because it had light shooting around it, and it was something sitting inside of it. So then I tapped it on the table, and a fucking red, those little electric endings like you put on your electric wire and shit. It kind of looks like a pill, and it was red, and it was hollow on the other side, like it wasn't clamped on anything. So I did like this, and it came out. It was like a red pill. So then I was like, whoa. And I was like, what the fuck? And it was kind of like, when after putting two and two together, it kind of almost represented like, you took in the red pill because it was hollow on one side. And I'm holding this thing, and I just didn't think anything about it until what came next. Okay? It was really fucking weird, dude. I threw the thing back on the table. I'm sure it got discarded by the person's house that we were over. But I started to drive home, and this was like some time later, like maybe a couple of hours later. And I started to have deja vu at an intersection. And I was kind of just, I was just like, whoa, I'm having deja vu right now, right? So then it was weird because I kept going into the deja vu, man, and I didn't break out of it. And I started to get really dizzy, and I was just like, what the fuck's happening right now? You know what I mean? And I almost crashed my car into the median, almost busted my tire out yesterday. And I started really freaking out. So then, after the fact, see, now you see why I threw the red thing down, because if I had known that that was going to happen, I would have kept it, and I would have said, look, and this is the red pill that fell out. But I got rid of it. And now I'm just going to start hanging on to things like that, because it's like, it's weird. It's like almost like these, now that I'm raising to these frequencies, I'm communicating, seeing all the symbols and clues, and life is communicating with me in a different way than I ever imagined. And, I strongly suggest people, looking into like blood over intent, removing the cube of Saturn, because that's why everyone, doesn't see stuff like that. And they can't pick up on things like that because they're at a different frequency. They're literally like walking dead and asleep, while the earth and everything around you is literally showing you clues like crazy. Things are just happening and you're not picking up on it. And it's crazy, man. It's like a miraculous thing happening every second. And if people could just like have the eyes to see, and it comes with, circling your square, because there's a hex put on you. You have a language virus, you have time viruses, and all kinds of different viruses that are keeping you at a certain frequency, and you're existing within that, and you're content within that. So you have to understand that when you circle your square, you remove this hex, and you become a normal, natural person that's alive. You're not stillborn. You're actually awake. You can see these fucking weird things happen. So, I mean, I put two and two together, and I just decided to make a video about it because I was like, dude, I was going into deja vu. Who knows if I had continued down that? I got so dizzy, I started freaking out like on some Neo shit. Like it was weird. Like I thought I was going to freak out and pass the fuck out. Maybe I was going to pop out somewhere else. I have no fucking clue. But whatever it was, I was literally within, oh my gosh, it was like a minute, 30, 45 seconds of deja vu, hard deja vu, and I was traveling into it. So from the intersection that I was sitting at, I saw it before, and as it was happening, the car that was driving out of the intersection at this stoplight, I saw all of them before, and I was like, what the fuck? So then I started driving into the intersection, and I was literally going into the deja vu, and I kept staying. I was stuck in it, and I stayed in it, and I kept seeing everything before that I had saw before, and I was like, what the fuck is this shit? So then I started feeling like I was gonna pass out because I was driving, and I didn't want to crash my car, man. Like I didn't even know how I got out of it because it was like I was stuck in it. Man. It was weird, man. It was so fucking weird. So next time I suggest when you feel deja vu, stay in it. Don't go anywhere. See where it leads you. See if you come out of something. See if you wake up from something. I mean, man, this shit's powerful, man. And the earth is communicating with us. Or whether it's the earth or if it's the creator, or if it's the people who are running this country leaving us clues or what. But it was about the size of this, to be honest. But these are just different pieces. It was about the size of this. It was hollow on one end, just like that. And it was rounded, like a bulbous rounded rubbery end inside of this piece here. And it looked like an occulted, like a black sun. I was looking into it. I was like, huh, that's funny. Looks like a black sun down the wormhole or something stupid like that I was saying. It was hilarious. And I tapped it and a red pill fell out. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? But I didn't think about it until after that fucking intersection deja vu happened, because I should have kept it, man. I should have kept that little rubbery piece just to show you. But it was true. It really fucking happened. These are the pipes. I mean, damn. So next time you guys have deja vu, follow it. See what happens. Don't get scared. Don't shake your head like, don't do that. Yeah. What the fuck's happening? No, don't do it. Just see where it goes. Stay woke, folks.